Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're having an awesome day. And today we've got some exciting new updates. 1.13 has just dropped, which means we do have, as you can see right here, got the little Blue Lotus tile. For guilds, we've got guilds in at the moment. We've also got an exciting announcement coming out in the next, I would assume, couple days. We've got some new events as well to look at, some returning characters in the summon banner, and a couple of neat little rewards. Let's actually redeem them while we're here. So as always, we're going to go through the event itself, go through the update. I'll show you, I'll give you a hand if you need help with anything at all. As you see, we get some extra bonuses here. I did not read the mail, actually. And unfortunately, I cannot open it. So there's mail there. Make sure to read it. Tells you everything in there. As always, timestamps down below if you want to skip to anywhere in particular. But we'll do the exciting stuff first. And first off, it's going to be Team AZULA was just announced, basically. As you can see, this is the update screen I updated today. Team AZULA has arrived. The lightning-bending princess of the Fire Nation and her elite childhood companions, Mai and Tai Li, are finally here. This is, I think, meant to be... I think this went out a bit early. There's no event yet, and thank goodness, because I don't think they should have two event quests at the same time. But in theory, should be in the next week or so. We might get Team AZULA. It looks like there's a triple threat banner as well. So make sure to be logged in and get ready to do all that. And hopefully we can unlock Team AZULA and do some testing with her. And as you can see, it is 1 year since their initial beta release. I kind of called it. I said it was going to be an anniversary unit, anniversary kind of banner they were going to do. Turns out it was a beta anniversary, but you know, anniversary nonetheless. That's always nice to see. And then I also got this on my Facebook. We got a little, you know, a little shadow of them there. As you can see, you got little dagger things that she has. So always nice and dandy. So make sure to be ready to get that. Get ready, ready to get that going. Without further ado, let's have a look at the events, shall we? Alrighty, so first off, we're going to start off with our events. So we go to our events. Legacy of the Fifth Nation we'll start off with. Why not? We've got our Powerful Opponent tickets, which is nice. A spoiler for what one of the banners is. We've got the Defense Beads, Mind Beads, Singing Kettles, and the Incense... Singing Bowls, sorry. So clear Legacy of the Fifth Nation event challenges. As you clear challenges in this event, you're going to get some Powerful Opponent tickets. You got to, you know, obviously do them. Spoiler for what the banner is. It's a Powerful Opponent one. Battle with Pirate Faction Heroes 1, 2, and 3. And I'm actually going to put it together with the battle with Fifth Nation Heroes 1, 2, and 3. So 15 by 3, so 45 battles. Any activity battles, so that's your Pirates Domain, Training Grounds, Elemental Quests, Arts, Expeditions, with either Fifth Nation or Pirates. I'll put them together because all your Fifth Nation units are Pirates anyway. So it's going to be your Gacha, Taliriktug, the Fire Fifth Nation Pirate, the Special Fifth Nation Pirate with the, you know, the cut on his eye. And Tagaka is a Pirate, and Zhang is a Pirate, but the last two are not Fifth Nation. So if you have a full Fifth Nation team, just do 45 battles. You'll get all these goodies. Get some Powerful Opponent tickets, some Incense upgrades, and some Singing Bowl upgrades as well, which is nice. Upgrade Pirate Faction Heroes. So as you level them up, you need to level them up to level 30 or even level 10, however you want to look at it. You'll get some Mind Meditation Beads. Ascend Pirate Faction Heroes. We've also got Upgrade Fifth Nation and Ascend Fifth Nation. Same thing, it has to be a Fifth Nation unit. Unfortunately for me, all of my Fifth Nation units are level 70. So that makes me think there's going to be a banner for a Fifth Nation unit in the future, in the next week, so that'll be nice to see. But you'll get some meditation, some mind beads, and some defense beads as well. Inflict bleed on enemies. So this is interesting. You've got to do it 40 times, and you'll get a Powerful Opponent ticket. If you want to inflict bleed, if you have Earth Kingdom Kyoshi, is probably your best choice for a lot of people out there. If not, if you unlock Kiwaq from the Powerful Opponent banner, spoiler for who's in the banner, you can use her as well. Her advanced skill inflicts bleed. On top of that, I think that's it. I don't think Zhan Chu does it, but he might, because he does like wounding damage, so I don't know if that does bleed. But definitely Earth Kingdom Kyoshi, definitely Kiwaq. And then inflict the water element. If you call an assist with a water element unit, you're going to inflict that. If not, Taliriktug's pretty consistent in doing that. If you have him unlocked, he's also in the banner. So if you get him unlocked, very good unit to level up. I highly recommend it. But if you have you need to inflict water element, here's one way to do it. And yeah, calling water elemental, they're probably the best two ways to do it. And then spend Powerful Opponent tickets. You got to spend 20 of them, and you'll get a handful of skip tickets. I would say if you already have the characters maxed out and you don't care about the skip tickets, you don't have to do this. it's not really super useful to, you know, I like skip tickets. I'm going to do it anyway. We'll finish off with some summons on it. But if I would save up the powerful opponent tickets for when a future new unit comes out, so you can hit pity on that 6 times, get a fully maxed character, and they're usually pretty good in the powerful opponents. And then we have our bonus ones down here: earn lychee nuts and earn relic brushes. As always, I'm just going to quickly hop into the store. Bit of a spoiler, but if you go to your adventure shop and you go over here to like your lychee nuts, use 50 of your points, you get 10 of them. And if we go back to the event itself, we scroll all the way down the bottom. There you go. So it's 2 weeks, so that's a free what's that? Free 60. So you get one for one of these. So little tip for the future if you need help with those. All in all, pretty standard, you know, powerful opponent banner. Just do stuff with pirates and you'll get pirate stuff. So always nice. Next up is the Playing with Fire challenge. Really cool. You got the little fire crown here. Fire Lord's crown, event currency for the Generations Festival event. We can buy stuff in this store. And then we've got, ooh, I didn't realize this was a relic. I thought this was another currency. Dangerous game. Now what you do is try to knock the apple off the other person's head like this. 50% chance to remove 1 negative effect from the caster when they attack. Okay, remove 1 buff from the enemy when a debuff is removed. Okay, so if you're fighting a heavy debuff, like debuff the enemy, buff yourself team, that might be helpful. Interesting. So first off, clear Playing with Fire event challenges. You're going to get these Fire Lord crowns. We'll use them in the store. We'll show you get 60 of them. We'll just keep a little running tally to see how many of these we can get. So you get 60 of them there. Earn Scorched Uniforms. So you've got to go to the Shenguan area, and down the bottom of the map, there's a little battle node. You've got to do that battle node. If you have Monk, I would highly suggest using that because they do buff themselves a lot, especially with Echo, and that's kind of like the biggest, like, annoying thing to deal with. And anything that can kind of do maybe health damage or breakthrough defense, like the Sarus and all that stuff, will be handy to do that. I might even do like a guide for that at some point in the future. But if you do that, you'll get one of these relics, the Dangerous Game relics. Earn a Marshu vouchers. You should be doing this every day anyway. Put your character on the time node and you're going to get a Marshu voucher from it. It's like a 12-hour node, I'm pretty sure. So if you're, you know, smart and you're, you know, timing out correctly, you can do this in about a week. But you do that, you'll get another one of these relics. And timeline tokens as you do stuff in the Kyoshi timeline area, such as Yokoya and Polar Refuge. If you like, you can do the battle nodes and the resource nodes and stuff, especially on Yokoya. If you're doing your time nodes every day, you do a couple battle nodes, you'll be able to do a lot of redeems at the mansion, and you'll get a couple of extra timeline tokens there, which is nice. Clear resource waypoints. Waypoints are like nodes now, basically. Resource ones is the ones with the little coin icon, little gold ones. So those, you know, usually you give them resources and then you'll get something back. If you're doing the Marshu voucher one anyway, go to Jade's General Goods. I'll show you that in the future. Go to Jade's General Goods and you'll get pretty decent rewards back for it for an Amashu voucher. So good way to get that kind of started to farm up. Timed waypoints, again, you should be doing this anyway. Like when you go to bed, you throw everyone on a time node and let them do their thing overnight. But if you do that, you'll get 40 of those. You'll get one of these relics. And then battles. So, you know, you'll be getting the Scorched uniforms. You'll be getting some battles done. They're the ones, the red ones with the 2 swords. If you do those, you'll get another one of these relics. So we get 60 of these little crowns. And the good thing about that is, actually, before we do that, let's have a quick... Okay, that's all. So the good thing about these crowns, and the reason I'm going to segue into that, is because we go to our shop, and you'll see a lot of these characters here. This is actually kind of crazy what they're doing here. They're giving you a free character, if you grind, for 100 of these crowns, and they're giving you 60 of them. So you need 40. So it's either, you got to wait a little bit, but there's a couple of good units here already. Like, you know, Zinfu still can do some stuff in early game. Turtle Monk, good for buff teams and stuff like that. Iroh, always good. Keshiwara Sokka, always good. Benny Muscatara is still annoying me in Arena to this day. So if you need any of these units, 100 of these things, they are doing a login calendar and giving you some extras. I reckon they might give you roughly 40 there, so maybe you just have to wait and you'll get some of this stuff. But worst case, there is a pack in the store, but I wouldn't recommend it yet. And then Legacy of the Fifth Nation. Actually, let's just quickly talk about that pack. Because, yes, it is. So, this pack here, so we've got 2 of them here. And I'm going to say, if you are planning on spending for this event at all, don't buy this one. What you want to do is you go to your nature stones, because let's just do some quick math for you. 3,500 nature stones or $79, at least for me, because I'm Australian and everything costs more. So we go to nature stones, and for the same price, we get 4,000 nature stones. You'd be better buying this and then buying the crown, and then you have 500 extra nature stones to do whatever you want with. That's my quick little Mitchy tip right there. If you need any of those, buy the nature stones, then get the Fire Lord's crown. It'll, you'll get more resources out of the same amount. Quick, just TLDR, I guess. And then Legacy of the Fifth Nation, as you see, we've got these little, powerful opponent coins. If you summon and you get one of these characters, which the pity is 10 on powerful opponents, you'll get one of these coins. Those coins you can then use. If you get 2 copies, you can buy 1 copy of, Kiwaq or 1 copy of Taliriktug. If you do end up spending on the banner, highly recommend getting Taliriktug, getting him up and running. Worst case, if you need any of these, I would say Blade of Tagaka personally is my favorite. Call of Freedom's not too bad. It's not as good as I want it to be. But if you want to do, a lot of combo stuff with it, that's good. But I just think Blade of Tagaka is a bit better. It's a bit more wide and broad for people out there. Before we go into the summons itself, I'll quickly just do we'll open up the guilds, we'll have a look. You've got your create guild, 5 million gold. I have to join a guild, honestly. If you join a guild, or if you want to make one, 5 million gold up front. And then you can join a guild as well. You just click here. As far as I know, the person who makes the guild sets the flag. So, your original masters who are very active on Discord, the big boys themselves, they will, they're probably based in America. That's why they got the flag there. And then you'll have, England. I'm sick of tea, which does not sound like anyone from England that I've ever met. So if you want to join any of those, One Crew, I love the reference. So if you want to join a guild, you just hit view and then you just hit apply. And you can apply to join, to basically join the guild and do some stuff. I might do a guild video later, once I join one and kind of figure out all that stuff. But that's the quick overview for that. If you want to join a guild, they're in the game now. Going into the summons itself, we've got 2 new banners to go through. We have the Legacy of the Fifth Nation, which is like a pirate banner, I guess I'd call it. 10 powerful opponent tickets down the bottom here, and it's a 10 summon banner. So basically, you spend 10 tickets, you're guaranteed to get one of these characters. Very good if you have no pirates for the event. You're able to definitely get one at least. Firstly, we won't do a kit review or anything like that. I'll just kind of do a quick overview on how they'll help you in the event itself. So first off, you've got your Pirate Captain Kiwaq is a pirate. So obviously you do your activity battles with pirates, will be helpful. And then on top of that, she can do slicing damage on her advanced skill, which means that she'll have a chance to inflict bleed on the enemy, prevents them from healing, and also gives you progress towards that challenge, which is always nice. Not too bad. Has a little cheat death mechanic as well, so pretty good for kind of early game when you need to kind of break through stuff, start 3-starring things. But we'll get outclassed by our next boy. Fifth Nation Taliriktug, Fifth Nation and Pirate, so for both of those challenges, do activity battles with both of those. You've got Taliriktug, that's 2 points essentially, double trouble. On top of that, very good tank unit, and I would say probably still one of the best tank units in the game. Hailstorm Hook, he'll do waterbending damage as well on his basic when he has that covering stance, which will ignore resistance, so basically it's almost a guaranteed water element debuff on the enemy when he does his basic. He'll scale his health and his crit chance up as well with this advanced skill, and he'll give himself an extra turn, which is nice. And even better, if he gets hit with the water element, he'll just take it off himself and give it to the enemy. He'll go, I don't want that. You can have that. I don't want it anymore. Good way to also inflict water element. Throw him in with the Unagi battle. And when the Unagi hits him with water element, he'll just give it back to it. Here you go. I heard you like water, you giant sea snake. And we've got the Blade of Tagaka. Personally, I would say it's the better out of the 2 relics. This one is for pirate units. So any pirate unit you have, permanently increase speed or crit rate by 8% when you inflict a negative state on the enemy once per turn, 5 times a battle. Just the only annoying thing is that you don't really get a choice. It'll either increase speed or crit rate. You don't get a choice in that, but it's always nice, get into the fight a little bit faster with speed and hit him a little harder with that crit rate. And then you've got your Call to Freedom, which is only for Fifth Nation. So it's basically like your Kyoshi timeline pirates, if that makes sense. Permanently reduce the advanced skill of the caster by 1, which is always nice. And then increase turn bar by 10% when the caster is part of a combo once per turn. for the first 3 turns of battle. So whenever you call them into assist, you're going to just increase their turn bar, get them out a little bit faster. But the best thing about it is that you get to reduce the skill cooldown. Throw it on, you can throw it on Taliriktug if you're kind of going like a bruiser kind of build, and he'll get out to the fight a little bit faster. He'll always be using that ability to heal himself, get that health up, which is nice. Usually you throw it on that Fire Nation the Fire Pirate guy, because he has like a 5-turn cooldown on his advance or something, which is crazy. And next up, we have the Ancient Power banner as well. I would personally suggest saving your tickets for the AZULA banner coming out in the near future, I would assume. We did the update at the start. But, if you want any of these, 10 tickets, 60, if you spend money on it, sure, go for it. We've got the Blade of Rebellion for your Swordmaster units. So that's going to be your Blue Spirit and your Ronin Zuko. 35% chance to reduce the advanced skill cooldown by 1 when the caster attacks. I was meant to be a full stop. Gain invincibility for 1 turn when 3 allies are defeated in battle. Whenever you attack, you're going to bring that, advanced skill cooldown down. Probably really good for Blue Spirit because his big spin attack does a lot of damage. And then gain invincibility as everyone around you starts getting knocked out. If you're the last one standing, you're going to gain invincibility for 1 turn, get that final rush of adrenaline, and start knocking out units left, right, and center. Sounds pretty good with... honestly, both of them sound pretty good because Blue Spirit has that, like, the built-in vanish state, which is nice. So, all in all, pretty decent relic. White Lotus tile, so your White Lotus units is going to be your Fire Nation Iroh. Actually, I think Traveler Iroh is also a White Lotus. Boomy, Parku, Zhong. They're all White Lotus. Increase turn bar of all allies by 10% when the caster uses an advanced skill. So that's probably really good for Iroh and Zhong. Double this for White Lotus allies. 3-turn cooldown, 2 times the battle. Okay, so a bit of turn meter boost for everyone. Doubled for White Lotus. So if you have a White Lotus team, it's not too bad. Interesting relic there. I have that on my other account, but I never really use it. So I think I have it on Iroh, but I never use it. Roku's Decree, 50% chance to gain an extra turn when the caster inflicts a negative stance or state on the enemy. For Bending Masters, so characters like your Boomy can do imbalanced state. You'll get an extra turn. Zhong, imbalanced state on basic, can give him an extra turn, which is nice. I think they updated Peace Ang. I haven't really looked at it, I'll be completely honest with you. But we'll have to have a look at that. And then we've got the King's Key for Earth units. Remove all negative states and debuffs and increase max health by 15% for 2 turns when the caster inflicts or the enemy is in a negative state when they attack. And the caster inflicts a negative state. Okay, so this is probably really good for Boomy because he's going to increase his max health as well. Remove any negative states in that, so it's going to basically a full cleanse. All right, not too bad. Anyone who does any states on the enemy is going to be good for this. Maybe even... Probably not the ideal relic for him, but you can throw it on Bo Chin if you don't have anything else. And then we have the Flying Wolf Bat for Rebel units, not Pirates, Rebel units. Gain 20% increase to all stats for 2 turns when the caster attacks a marked target. Now, this isn't too bad. 20% increase to all stats, so like your attack, defense, health, speed, all that. Just get a big buff. Not too bad. When you attack a marked target, the good thing is Prisoner Katara does mark state as well. So if you kind of build both of them there, maybe you'll get double the upgrades. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't got the Flying Wolf Bat, so if we're lucky, we might get a copy of it. Alrighty, so that's it for the video, all the updates and stuff we've got. Let's do some summons. I don't really need to, but I'm going to do the 10 on the Powerful Opponent. We'll see how lucky we get. If I didn't have any of these characters, who would I unlock? Blade of Tagaka. Excellent. That's exactly the character I wanted. I do have them already unlocked, so that's probably why it didn't show me. We got a Kiwaq, and we got one of these coins, which isn't too bad. And then we'll go on the Ancient Power. Let's do it. I really want the Blades of Rebellion. Didn't get it, though, so that's okay. I can live with that. You give... Sometimes you give, and sometimes you get nothing back. That is the way of this game, unfortunately. Alrighty, but that's it. Let me know if you're excited for the update. I can only assume there's going to be stuff tomorrow as well, so we'll do a quick look. I'll have to endeavor getting into a guild, and if all goes to plan, I should be live a little bit later today, so if you like, catch me on Twitch. I'll leave a link down below for you. But until then, have an awesome one all, make sure you're subbed, and I'll see you in the next video.